And this one is a competitive game that takes place in a cyberpunk world where the corporations have taken over. Players are going to be starting with their own unique characters that each have their own strengths and weaknesses that you'll be able to grow and explore throughout the game. But essentially, you're going to be collecting intel and completing jobs and fulfilling contracts against 5 different districts. You'll be able to use any resources that you gain in order to gain upgrades and grow your influence in order to win the game. The main board is going to be broken into these 5 districts, but this is the main area where you're going to be taking your actions using a bit of a rondel system, because each character is going to have a token out on the board representing their character, and on your turn you'll be able to move that token up to 2 spaces for free and then take the action that you land on. One thing to note here is that you can spend some of your resources to move further around on the rondel. When you do stop on a location, you can take either the district action, which is normally going to be giving you some amount of resources that are usually accumulating until somebody does take them, or you could take the specific action that you landed on within that district. These different actions could also gain you some different types of resources, or could allow you to claim job cards that you can try to complete in order to convert resources into other resources, or into actions, or even victory points. But the other action that's available through these spaces is to hack the network. And anytime that you do this, you'll be able to make 2 manipulations to the puzzle in the middle of the board. And essentially what you're trying to do is manipulate that puzzle in various ways in order to match it up with one of the requirements of the 2 mission cards that can be found above it. Whenever you're able to do this, you'll be able to gain all sorts of different benefits like resources, victory points, or even reputation that will move you up the reputation track, which essentially acts like a bit of an engine, multiplying the amount of resources or benefits that you get when you do perform a particular action. But one of the main ways that players will be trying to score victory points in this game is through these victory point condition cards that are going to be variable from game to game. These will provide some different requirements that players will try to fulfill in order to gain those victory points. And of course, the player who has the most victory points at the end of the game wins the game. And if you are interested in this one, I will have it linked down below. And of course, you can click to get notified.